Thanks for joining us at the 2023 Anxiety Scholarship Awards, brought to you by Life Launch Centers, Anxiety and Mental Health Counseling Centers, where we're all about stronger families and stronger futures. Wow, this is our fourth year of offering out this unique scholarship, trying to help out in today's mental health crisis. I mean, everyone from Harvard to bloggers to CNN to ABC, NPR, pretty much everyone has been bringing awareness to the study that CDC put out, showing that anxiety, depression, and other mental health concerns have reached now more than 44% of today's youth. And that statistic was even further broken down into discovering that 57% of teen girls are now dealing with depression. That's pretty staggering, and we're trying to do something about it. You know, we want to stick it to anxiety and depression, so to say, with the Anxiety Sucks Scholarship, and really let the voice of the teens be heard and how we can better support them through this time in history. And you know what? There's a lot of hope. We work with teens and young adults every day, helping them overcome anxiety and depression through counseling at Life Launch Centers, and have been able to help thousands of families gain, stronger mental health through our resilience programs. We continue the theme this year of anxiety doesn't control my life. I control my anxiety. And we put it out there this year to all the high school seniors to get their insights on how they don't let anxiety hold them back in life. And once again, they've come up with some really great videos.
I agree.
Really inspiring. And, the invitation went out to 42,000 high school seniors at 365 high schools up and down through Utah. And the panel of 5 judges, administrators, and here at Life Launch Centers, we were able to narrow it down to the top 3 videos that best illustrate that idea. Anxiety doesn't control my life. I control my anxiety. So let's introduce our judges today and get their insights on why we offer this scholarship. So Joni, why don't you start us off? What is it that inspires us to do this scholarship program?
In a way, just to give back and to really hear the other side from the youth that are struggling and how they are dealing with it and overcoming it as well, and their steps. So I love hearing it on their side instead of us adults.
Absolutely. Yeah, and seeing the success stories. Yeah. And absolutely. How about you, Ben?
I'm the same way. This opportunity to help out a little bit. I know $1,000 isn't a huge amount of money when it comes to a post-high school education, but, just to be able to give a little bit back. But man, the invitation that y'all have responded to, the videos that come in, I am inspired every single year. I love seeing these videos. I get excited when they're coming in, getting ready to be reviewed. But then as I watch them, I'm blown away at the creativity, at the level of understanding, the ability to really articulate what they're thinking and experiencing, and to do it in such creative ways. I love it. Every year, I love it.
I do too. And as a video producer, this is just so exciting for me to collaborate with other video creators, and there's just a whole spectrum of different talents that are involved. And really, I know personally, what kind of anxieties you have to overcome in order to get in front of the camera and even just do this. So it's a really great opportunity to try to help strengthen today's youth. So let's introduce our 3 finalists. And first, I'd like to introduce Brenly Monson. Welcome to the awards, Brenly. Tell us a little bit about where you go to school and a little bit about yourself, and why you decided to submit for the Anxiety Scholarship.
Hi, I'm super excited to be here, so thank you for allowing me this opportunity. I dual enroll at Joab High School, but I'm also partly homeschooled. I am the second oldest of 6 girls, my poor dad.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, no. From a dad's perspective, that is a blessing. What a wonderful thing.
We try to remind him that for sure.
You keep it up.
I love to do musicals. I was just recently in Into the Woods, and in my free time, I love to read.
Awesome.
I decided to do this scholarship because of my own personal experience with anxiety. I've had anxiety since I was a little girl. I didn't start talking to my parents about it until I was in my early teens. And that's really when I started to get the help that I needed. And ever since then, I've been looking for opportunities to share my own personal experiences. Last year, I was able to be Miss Nephi, and my platform was on anxiety education.
Wow.
So once I saw this scholarship, I was super excited and knew that I had to do it.
That's great. Wow. Very, very accomplished. And sounds like you've done a lot to not let anxiety control your life. I love it. Let's see. Next, we've got Avery Rapley. Welcome to the finals, Avery. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you go to school, and what helped you decide to submit for the anxiety scholarship.
Hi there, I'm Avery Rapley. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very honored to be here. And I go to Mountain Ridge High School. I'm a senior and I'm graduating in a few weeks, so that's super exciting, but also really nerve-wracking. I love music. I am a part of 2 elite choirs at my high school this year. I love writing. I love reading. I love, honestly, a bunch of different things. It's hard to put it all into words sometimes. What inspired me to do this scholarship is at Mountain Ridge, there's this bulletin board that has all these different scholarships on it. And I'd always walk past it every day and I'm like, oh, another essay, or oh, another just all these essays. And I'm just like, okay, like I can do that and I need money. But then one day I walked past it and there was that giant hashtag that said anxiety sucks. And I was like, kind of took a double take of it. And I was like, wait a second, like that relates to me. Like that's something that I can relate personally with. And I just thought it was so cool that something that usually that has like anxiety, depression, like mental health usually has such like a negative connotation to it. I thought it was awesome that you guys are putting this positive spin on it and trying to like help this community realize that like it's okay to have anxiety, because like look at what can come of it. So I knew I had to do it, so here I am.
Man,
Absolutely.
so well said. So well said. Nice job.
What a great story too. Yeah, and that's really what we hope for, is that people get that idea that, hey, everybody's going to feel anxious sometimes and you're not broken for it. It's something that we all deal with and overcome and yeah, try to become stronger in life. So that's great. Thank you very much. And finally, Meredith Songer, glad to have you on the show today in the finals. And tell us where you go to school, a little bit about yourself and what made you decide to submit for the anxiety scholarship.
So I go to Weber High, and what really inspired me to apply for this scholarship is just how much I used to let anxiety control my life in the past. In my junior year, I was watching the musicals, I was watching Battle of the Bands, I was watching all these things that I wanted to be a part of, but I kind of let that anxiety of, well, you wouldn't do good in it, just control me. And I thought, oh, if I'm feeling these feelings, then like it's bad, like I can't do these things. And I really just let it control me. But this year, I finally just took some initiative and I started working through my anxiety. And it's not like I don't still have it, because during my auditions for a musical, I would wake up every day with like a stomach ache or feeling so stressed, but I could do meditations, I could do these things that helped lessen it. And I didn't give up because of it. So I tried out for my school musical and I got the lead in Les Mis, which was super fun. And I also got to perform in Battle of the Bands with my band. And although I was so nervous for it, I didn't let it stop me. And I was so excited because of that. And I was just thinking about it the other week, because I was like, if I had quit when I was scared, and I was scared for so long, then I wouldn't have been able to do these opportunities that were just so amazing and fun for me to experience.
Dang.
Oh, man.
What a cool story of resilience. That's really great. Well, you've all done an amazing job, and we're really excited to have all of you here. And we'll remind everyone that there were 5 criteria for the videos that they were judged on. It was creativity, message, relevance, personal touch, as well as YouTube views. And the whole point of this scholarship is to raise awareness about anxiety and share a relevant story and message of hope. So judges evaluated each video from that standpoint. So Brinley, before we watch your video, tell us a little bit about the inspiration for making this video.
So a little bit ago, I started noticing my little sister have some of the same thoughts and feelings that I remember having. And it just reminded me of how hard it is to have those feelings, but not exactly know where they're coming from, and to still feel almost pathetic for having them, not understanding where they're coming from. And I just remember seeing, like Meredith said, seeing these people do amazing things, but being like, oh, I could never do that. And so when I finally started taking these opportunities is really when I started seeing more and more. And so while me and my mom were brainstorming unique ways to share my story, I thought, how cool would it be to share a letter to my younger self, just a letter of encouragement and love. Because I think a lot of times you think back and you're like, oh, I really wish I would have known what I know now, like what hope that would have given me. And so I was like, why don't I make that into a video? So I decided to do that to hopefully inspire, especially younger kids, to know that communication is okay in families, and to inspire them to do that, to know that even with anxiety, it won't stop you from doing your mission, but it can be a stepping stool into getting there. And it also inspires hope for me, for my future, because what I once thought was impossible, I'm doing right now.
Awesome. Wow. What a great story of inspiration. All right, let's go ahead and roll the video and we'll review it.
A letter to myself. If I could go back in time, this is what I would tell you. You are worth it and you are enough. Sure, you have anxiety, and that's okay, because that's you, and I know you are amazing. Some days, all you will want to do is curl up in bed and wait until the outside pressures disappear. FYI, they don't go away, but that's okay, because you're stronger than you think. Every day you have a choice to make. Am I going to let my anxiety control me, or am I going to control my anxiety? You will see the results of both. When you decide to take control, you will find that you are capable of greatness. You will be a force for good. You are going to use what you thought were your greatest weaknesses as your biggest strengths. Why am I telling you this? I want you to have hope to keep going. Know that you not only have the ability, but the power to use your anxiety as a strength and a fighting force. You have the ability to look anxiety in the face and say, I am in charge today.
All right. Wow. What an inspiring video.
Yeah.
Judges, I'm interested to hear your take.
Man, I loved that this one, your message is so settled in moving forward, you know, that there's not any hesitation there. There's not a question about whether or not the right thing to do is to move forward. It's just such an easy, clear message. And I love too, kind of the feeling of tenderness of this conversation with your younger self.
Yeah.
That really comes through well.
Yeah. I mean, I get a little choked up when I start thinking, like when it says you're stronger than you think.
Yeah.
And that's like what every teenager needs, you know. It's a really difficult time in life, and that reassurance is beautiful.
Well, I notice sometimes when like those, like I love all the pictures and how, you know, we always have a smile on our face, but we don't know behind the scenes or what's going on internally with us. And you think everybody's normal, everybody's, they don't have problems, but we all do.
Yeah.
And working through that and just having the bravery and courage to say, yeah, I struggle with this.
Yeah. Great message. Great message. Thank you very much for sharing that message with us and with everyone.
I'm with Joni on that too. Great selection of pictures.
So, Avery, before we watch your video, tell us a little bit about your inspiration for making your video.
So when I was first going into making the video, at first I was like, okay, I'm going to show all the doom and gloom of anxiety because it sucks. And I wanted everyone to just feel it and have their just heart torn. But as I was making it, I realized I was like, this isn't the message I want to be sharing, because the message overall is how you control your anxiety, not how it controls you. So I wanted to show a little bit of like my journey throughout it, because in the beginning, yes, I was troubled, and every day I woke up and I was like hearing voices and I was so nervous and anxious all the time. But eventually throughout the video, you start to see me do different things. I start roller skating, which like at first, like last year or a few years ago, I would have never done that. And yet now I'm trying to take wrists and do different tricks on it. And I'm trying to be symbolic with that because it's showing that before with my anxiety, I used to never try new things. I used to be always kind of like what Meredith and Brinley were saying, kind of just cut off and watching all these people do these amazing things. But I've started to realize as I do new things and I start to grow, and there's amazing things in this world, that life doesn't have to be all about worrying. And I wanted people to feel that as they watch this video.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and roll the video.
Anxiety never sleeps. It doesn't take breaks or breathers. It doesn't ease off, and it doesn't give up. But thankfully, neither do I. Through my years of battling anxiety, I've come to learn a few things. I've learned that it's okay to not be perfect, that the obsession of perfection and hyperfixation on every little thing made life so difficult. I've learned it's okay to mess up and to express my feelings about it because I have a wonderful support group full of friends and family who love and support me and are always there to help me. Although my anxiety may never fully go away, I've come to learn that even when things sometimes go wrong, the world doesn't stop. So neither should I, and neither should you.
All right, amazing. Like that was really good. Judges, what were your thoughts?
I love the message because it's actually what we teach here at Life Launch Center, like with how important relationships are, have a support group. I love that part where she stops and then breathes.
Takes the deep breath.
I love that.
I do too.
Yeah. She's practicing with the stress tolerance tool.
The stress tolerance tool. And how anxiety really never will go away with our world that we live in, but it's managing it, recognizing, and doing the tools you need to work through that. So
yeah, I gotta say, like, I really like the video production on this. Like the buzzing at first totally got me. Like I was like, oh shoot, is there a short in my like cord somewhere? And I was like, where is this dumb buzzing come from? And it's like great, like really getting my anxiety going. And then, you know, it stops and I was like, wow, what a great use of, you know, media to help internalize that feeling. So yeah, there were a lot of really great production elements and really that idea that, you know, we've got this support group. That was really crucial.
Yeah, the two friends reaching down and helping you back up. That's our whole goal. Our whole purpose is to be able to have stronger relationships, because that's really what this life is all about. And so you nailed it.
Absolutely. So let's see. We've got one more. Meredith, last but not least, tell us a little bit about your inspiration for making your video.
Just like Avery and Brinley said, I've definitely been dealing with anxiety for a very long time. So when I first started experiencing it, it was something that I was trying to ignore, that I was trying to push away, that like I just didn't even want to think about. Like I was just like, stop thinking these things. They're not helping you. They're not happy thoughts. Like you just can't think these things. And over time, I've learned that anxiety doesn't have to be something that you ignore or that you pretend that you don't have. You don't have to ignore it and just try to pretend that that's not a part of yourself, because the more you do that, the more you just feel isolated from others. So I just love when you learn that you can reach out to others, that you can try meditation, that you can hear those thoughts and those worries, and they don't have to hold you down, but you don't have to ignore them or act like they're not real, because it's a real part of you. So you just have to acknowledge them. And that's kind of what I tried to communicate in my video.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and roll the video.
Auditions are in a week. Stop worrying about it. Auditions are in a week and I'm not prepared. Stop worrying. I'm scared. That's stupid. I'm scared. I don't want to audition. That doesn't even make sense. I like theater. I shouldn't feel this way. I didn't practice enough. In a week. Stop thinking about it. I didn't practice enough. I'm scared. Auditions are in a week and I'm not prepared. I didn't practice enough. I'm scared. Auditions are in a week and I'm not prepared. Auditions are in a week and I'm not prepared. Auditions are in a week. I know. I'm scared and I don't know why. It will all turn out okay. I don't know why I feel like this. Just breathe.
So, judges? What do you think? That was pretty great.
Oh, I love the creativity of the scribbling on the brain and the face, and then and then the multiple voices all going at the same time.
It's like a cloud of emotion, just overpowering,
overwhelming. Yeah, and that overwhelming feeling, and it's interesting because I get still that same feeling and feel like I get stuck. And I ask myself the same question. It's, why do I feel like this? This is no big deal. I know it's all going to be fine. Why are you,
worrying about
acting like this and feeling this way? And because I'm human.
Yeah.
Because we're people, and, learning a few things like just breathe can help us kind of move that along. Great message, great creativity. I just loved the scribbling.
Yeah, that was really great. Also, how there was a point where you like settle down and the scribbling is still going on. And she's like, okay, auditions are in a week. Like, it's radical acceptance.
Yeah.
Right. She's practicing like, there's nothing I can do about it. It's going to be in a week. That's fine. It's going to be okay. So it's just beautiful. Some of the tools that you illustrate through there.
Well, I was just going to say the same thing. And just the stories we put in our heads that can overwhelm us and gets us hijacked emotionally. And so it's about being aware. So I liked how that she did that. And it's okay. Why? Start asking questions. And what am I feeling? Why am I getting so emotionally hijacked? And kind of breathe. I loved it. So.
Yeah. Awesome job. Okay. Last question is, what are each of your individual educational plans, and how could this scholarship help? Why don't we start with Brindley?
So I'm going to be attending Snow College in the fall, and I want to major in psychology because of my future plans of being a clinical or family therapist. And as you guys know, that takes a lot of schooling. I'll probably get my master's and maybe even a doctorate. So I'll be paying for tuition for a very long time. And not only will it help tuition, but it will also help with housing. And I would like to eat during college, so that also help with food.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of it.
You're done.
Right? We could use good therapy.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome. Avery, how about you? What are your educational plans, and how would this scholarship help you?
So I'm heading down to BYU Provo this fall, and I'm gonna actually, just like Brindley, I'm going in psychology too, as well as creative writing. And although I may not know exactly where that path will take me, I know I'm interested in it and I want to help people. So I feel like that's what I'm going to do best in. And this scholarship will help me by paying for a little bit of my tuition, which would be awesome because working 3 jobs might not make it. I don't know. But
well, I can relate. I work my way through college, and my kids are too, and it's a challenge, but that's really admirable of you. So Meredith, how about you? What are your educational plans, and how will this scholarship help you?
I'm going to be attending Utah State, but not this fall because I plan on serving a mission for my church, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I'm super excited to leave this fall. I don't have my call yet, but I'm excited for that. But when I get back, I want to major in computer science and calculus because I'm really interested in math and science, and I want to help people be able to make software or, make tools that help people, because there's a lot of like websites and stuff that could definitely I could learn to make that and help out people. So I think that's going to be super cool.
Awesome. Great plan. Sounds like you got a lot in your future, and for sure, every little bit helps, right?
Go Aggies. Do a plug on that.
That's right. There you go. All right. Well, are you guys ready? It's time to announce the winner of the 2023 Anxiety Scholarship.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous?
Always. This
bit
is
anxious.
about anxiety, so you know.
A little bit of anxiety. Absolutely. That's what this is all about, right? Trying to induce a little anxiety. Well, we want to thank everyone for participating, and you've all done a fantastic job. We personally want to thank you for joining Life Launch Centers in the quest for stronger families and stronger futures. And your efforts have already done a lot of good and will continue to do so. So following suit with last year, we decided to extend a small token of our appreciation to the runners-up with a $100 Anxiety Scholarship Consolation Prize. So everybody will get an award today, but they were all so good. We just had to show a little extra token of our appreciation for your participation. So without further ado, let's go ahead and announce the winners. And so the third place, coming in third place with a score of 151 points out of a possible 200 possible points, then from the judges, the third place Anxiety Scholarship Award goes to Brenley Monson of Juab High School. Congratulations, Brenley. Tell us, how does this, receiving this award, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, it makes me so excited. It's just one little part that I can help with, and it's just one other opportunity that I'm able to share my story and hopefully inspire others.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. It is a very powerful story, and it'll continue to serve others really well in the future. So thank you very much. Scoring next, total of 165 out of 200 possible points from the judges. The second place Anxiety Scholarship Award goes to Meredith Songer of Weber High School. Congratulations, Meredith. Tell us, how does receiving this small award, what does it mean to you?
It's great, honestly, just to be able to help out or spread a message that anxiety isn't the leading thing in your life and that you can choose to live with it, I think is amazing.
Well, you're amazing, and your message is amazing. Thank you once again for participating. You guys have all done a really good job. And well, that just leaves our first place winner scoring 177 out of 200 possible points from the judges. The 2023 $1,000 Anxiety Scholarship Award goes to Avery Rapley from Mountain Ridge High School. Congratulations, Avery. Tell us, Avery, what does this mean for you?
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Honestly, I'm getting a little emotional because it's crazy, because something that used to cause me so much sorrow and so much pain it's causing me so much joy right now. But it's amazing because being able to film this video actually brought me a lot of clarity, and I was able to help not only my family but some neighbors who I know have been dealing with anxiety, and just being able to bring a community together of knowing that it's okay to feel that way and that you're going to make it through it, honestly, is just amazing. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Absolutely. You're amazing. You're all amazing. We wish we could give everybody the $1,000 scholarship.
We do truly, at least for sure you three, because you all three really nailed the message on this.
Yeah, and you've really done a great job. So congratulations to you and everyone who submitted videos for this scholarship. These will be posted on our website at lifelaunchcenters.com and will be available on our social media channels as well. We encourage everyone, whoever you know that is struggling with anxiety, depression, suicide ideation, or any other mental health concern, please reach out to us at Life Launch Centers. Anxiety and mental health counseling centers are really there to help you grow and overcome these struggles, and you don't have to do that alone. So thanks again for being with us today at Life Launch Centers headquarters, and until next year, let's keep working together towards stronger families and stronger futures. Thank you very much.
Thank you.